All right, y'all. Okay, so today we are going to break down what is better, the wheel versus the controller in sim racing. We're here on the World of Outlaws game, and we're going to be on probably my favorite track on the game, which is Five Forks. I just love this track. They did an awesome job with it. And I think that the UMPs are probably the easiest car to drive in the game as far as speed, handling, whatnot. So that's what we're going to use. Um, if you want to just get right down to the meat and potatoes, just see the driving, skip ahead. When I first got the game, I was on controller, joined the league, won lots of races, some championships using the controller. And I was on PS4 racing against people on the PS5. PS5 I think does have just a slight bit of an advantage. I don't know why I'm on PS5 now. So, but you can be fast on the controller. The wheel, though, I think does give you an advantage. If you are already winning lots of races on the controller, you're going to win a lot more races on the wheel. The wheel will improve your lap times, um, not necessarily because it's faster, but because it's more consistent. What I mean by that is, uh, okay, so our goal time here for Five Forks on practice is a 12.892. So we're just going to use that number for reference, okay? So let's say you're running an average of, we're just going to make it a nice even number, 12.8. That's around what your average lap time is for a good lap on the controller, okay? You're going to be kind of all over the board. One lap you're going to run a 12.8. The next lap you might run a 13.1. You're going to be about 3/10 off. Then you're going to run a 12.8. And then all of a sudden you're going to run, you start clicking off some laps. And make sure my mic's on here. And after a while, you're clicking off some laps. You're getting in that groove. All of a sudden, bam, you're going to run a 12.7. You're going to run a fast lap. You're going to be like, where'd that lap come from? But you were so focused that you didn't realize that you ran that 12.7. And you're going to be like, wow, okay, I ran a 12.7. That's a great lap. Now you go to a wheel is more consistent. You're able to hit your marks easier. And over a 30 lap race, where if your average lap is a 12.8, you're really not going to hit those 13.1s if you're a good sim racer. If you're a good sim racer, your average lap is going to be 12.8 to maybe a 12.85 to a 12.9 when you're not in traffic. Uh, if you're consistently running that average of a 12.8, you start getting the groove, you're going to hit a 12.6 eventually. 2/10 is a lot. 2/10 is this in real life. Maybe even faster than that. It's two, right? If you want to say it, it's 2/10 of a second. For those of you who are not math geniuses, I'm not, but so eventually you are going to run a much faster lap. Now, if you're in a league race and over a 30 lap race, if you're consistently hitting 12.8s, and then all of a sudden you're also hitting 12.7s and about and high 12.6s, and the guys on the controllers are averaging 12.8, but their average lap time is actually 12.8 to a 12.9 to a 12 point, or to maybe a 13.0. That's a huge difference. In a 30 lap race, you're talking seconds. You could end up being 2 seconds ahead of somebody, and that's the difference between first and second. That could be the difference between first and fourth, and over a season, that's a lot. Um, that's a lot of points. That could be that could be the determination in a championship. Like I said, I ran on controller when I first got the game for about 6 months. I ran the Thrustmaster T150, and my pedals were broke. I had to get new pedals. And then once I got on the wheel, I really started winning a lot of races. I'm on the road to 100 wins in league racing, and that's not just this game. That's NASCAR SRX. And I just started taking sim racing seriously probably about two and a half years ago. So let's get down to the meat and potatoes of this. we are going to start off on the wheel, and I'm not going to do a whole bunch of mathematics in here. I'm not going to all that other BS. We're just going to go in and we're going to do 10 laps on the wheel, and then we're going to do 10 laps on the controller. What we're going to take effect here is the fastest lap time, and we're just going to, by just visually, we're not going to bust out the calculator and all that other crap. We're just going to visually see, what is what was the average fastest, okay? And I pretty much already know it's going to be the wheel. And just so you guys know, I haven't actually raced with the controller since I started racing on the wheel, a few months ago. So let's go ahead and we'll get right into this. We're just going to go into practice, so that way we don't have the traffic and all other whatnot. All right, so whew, I bet lap 1 already. Yep. I botched that lap. Set a new PR. I have no idea what lap I'm on. We're going to go one more lap. Alright, so just so you guys know right off rip, when I got the PS5, all my info from my PS4 did not transfer over. So that 12.765 probably is not my best. Since I've got the PS5, most of my races are late models and sprint cars. I rarely race the UMPs just because the leagues that I run in, there's no league there's one league that I run in that runs, and I've only ran that league a couple of times. They run the UMPs, and we never ran here. So my actual personal best is probably way better than a 12.765. So, okay, let's end practice. Let's look at the lap times here. 12.914, that one, whatever. My best was the 12.765. Let's see, we got 890, 788, 863, 928. That was a botched lap. 864, 808, 817. So mid to high eights. I'm going to say mid to high eights is probably about the average on the wheel. That's what I'm going to say. We'll just go with that. I think that'd be fair to say. So we'll X out of that. We'll unplug the wheel. All right. All right, we'll keep it on tight. And all right, for a disclaimer, I have not raced on the controller for a while. I probably should have practiced a little bit. Well, I'll probably take a couple extra laps um, on the controller because I haven't raced with a controller in months. So let's see here. Continue practice. We'll see how we do here. Watch that. No way, I tied my... Oh! Got the wall a little bit there. What is this, lap 5? Do 2 more laps here. Watch that corner. I think my average is better with the controller. This is the last lap. Yeah, I messed that corner up. Tied my fast lap. I tied it. What are the odds of that? So have 1 in the 9s. I had a 13. But 818, 806, 765, 861, 828, 875, 853. You see the numbers there. I didn't. I mean, the same, if not better, on the controller. Let's go to another track here. A track that I'm not so good at. I don't know what my worst would be at. Maybe Norris? A track that I'm not too big of a fan of. Oops. Grant Park, I love that track. I-19 is good. I-84 is a joke. I'm trying to think of a track that'd be good to test this at. Track that I don't have a whole lot of experience. Woodley. Woodley is such an underrated track. You know, this is such a good track. I don't know why more people don't race that. Oh, I don't know. Well, you know what? Eldora is just about as simple as it gets. I mean, it's just a simple track. Run right down there by the bottom. We'll do the same thing, but this time we'll start with the controller. Okay, we'll start with the controller, then transfer over to the wheel. And that was crazy. I think the controller wins on at Five Forks. That's crazy. What is... Nah. See, really inconsistent here. Really inconsistent. I don't know what the goal time is, the camera angle or the face cam is in the way, but I'm not even hitting that now. Do 2 more laps here. I have no idea what lap I'm on. Right by the wall. Wow. One more lap. Alright. Got close to the record. Alright, let's see what those were. You saw that was really inconsistent. 705, 729, 780, 833, 745, 856, 79. So, and then a 683 that last lap. That was the best lap. Yeah, that was the best lap. I would average it because of those 8s. Mid to the high 7s, 8 to an 8. So fastest was a 683. Slowest was an 856. Hopefully you guys will remember those numbers because I probably won't. All right. So that was with the controller. Let's plug the wheel back in. Sometimes when I plug the wheel in, I have to exit the game and then go back in. So, we'll see what happens here. It's got to calibrate real quick here. All right, so 683 was the fastest, and 856 was the slowest. And you saw in those laps, I mean, I was really inconsistent there. Yeah, I got to close the game here real quick and then come back into it.